Yay! All right, I am live, and now that I'm live, I'm like, I'm gonna need to adjust and get squishied in. Hi, everybody! So, um, it is a launch day for me, and I'm so excited. Today is the launch for The Survivors, which is my vampire novel, and I started writing this when I was unaware of my system. And this is a 10-year baby for me. So whatever you've done for the past 10 years, just imagine that like all of a sudden, people were going to get to look at that and decide whether or not it had any value. No pressure. Zero pressure. I'm actually super excited though. It's hard when you're a system finding anything that the group can agree on. And writing is something that we can all do. Everybody has access to the, like Lil calls it the the editing program in her brain. So she'll just so she actually can edit like a boss because she can access all our editing protocol or whatever. And so the whole team, she thinks it's boring, by the way, in case any of you had any doubts how Lil would feel about it. She thinks it's boring, but she goes to work and does the job if she's out. She might not do it quite as long, but she will go to work. She really enjoyed working on like cats and dogs, and she's hoping to get to do the audio for Doodle the dog. So we have had some like snafus in getting started on the audio, but we are going to record the audiobook for like cats and dogs, and Lil will probably be voicing Doodle, so that's really exciting for her. The Survivors was not really her type of book because it's a dark, gritty vampire book. But she definitely participated in the editing and then in the writing on cats and dogs, and I had input from like Jennifer Adriana. When you guys read it, you'll be like, oh, that was totally JA's input. And we've all joked. So in the system, we've all joked. Okay, who's who in the Survivors? Because when I started writing, I was unaware of my system, but I feel like they've all kind of made their way into the book anyway. Thank you. Congratulations. So very much so, the main character, I have two protagonists, a human and a vampire. The human protagonist, Claire, is very much E. So much E. And the main vampire protagonist has a lot of JA and a lot. When I get stuck on his voice, I tap back. I'm like, okay, like, what's he gonna say in this instance? I need some help. Lil. Who did we decide Lil was? I'm trying to remember because we all found characters in the book that we were like, aha, here's so and so, here's so and so. Anthony at the time, so this was pre Beth Ann, was like, well, who do I get to be? And I was like, I think you would be Siri. So Siri is one of the villains, but she's also a very sexy female vampire powerhouse. And Anthony was like, I get to be the sexy girl vampire. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I'll take it. But like very much sexy and sassy and knows what she wants. That would be Siri. So let's see, we have done E and JA and E, JA, and me. Yeah, of course I'm in there. I am not the main characters. I am, I have a character in the book named Jonathan because I like the name Jonathan, but I had to warn my hubs. I was like, look, this character is not based off you. If anything, this character is me. This is my character. So much of like just how I would approach things in Jonathan the vampire. Trying to think who else. Because I know we had someone that I was like, Lil, you're like this character, and I cannot think of who that was at the moment. Oh no, now I feel like a bad host. But anyway, you guys can get the book and have fun flipping through and finding my bits and pieces of me in the characters, because there's a fair amount of us represented. And not exact, like, not exact, but I don't know, Claire's pretty close to you. But drawing from all the parts of me to populate this book. And it was very fun in places and very heart-wrenching in others. I don't know how other people write a book, but I write like a method actor acts. So in method acting, you basically become the character. So when I'm writing a character scene, I basically slip into their mindset, and which then is a very emotional process for me, especially if they're having a hard scene. Then at the end of the Survivors, I'm writing the big climactic whatever, and I have this box of tissues, not this one specifically, but I have a box of tissues next to me, and I'm just pulling and bawling. And at that moment, Jonathan comes home, and he just looks at it, sees me, and I was like, just go, just don't know. So I don't know how anybody else's process is, but that's mine. And I'm really excited to get to share this with you guys. It's cool as a system. So for me, I thought that I thought the stigma might kind of keep me from getting to pursue this. So it was a big decision when I queried the dog's like getting right up on the stand for the phone. When I queried the publisher and they asked for the full manuscript, they also asked for social media links, like what kind of social media followings do you have, like whatever you got, like send to us. And I was expecting it, but it was still like a struggle. Like, do I send them my system social media? Because they need to know that you're viable, that you can market, which I hate marketing, by the way. But they need to know that you have some sort of reach, that the burden's not all on them. And there's the dog. I told you she was coming. Sadie, did you fall asleep? Huh? And then roll over on the phone? Okay. She's dead. Now she's like, well. And so I thought, well, I have a wider reach on my multiplicity platform than I do on my regular. I was like, but do I do this and then the stigma keep them from accepting me as an author? Are they gonna be like, oh, this is a crazy lady? Yeah, no, we're just gonna reject that. And I would never know, like, was I rejected because of that? So for us, it felt like a big risk. But in the end, we decided to do it, and it was never an issue at all. At all. So they've seen my stuff. They've seen this side of me, and it hasn't even come into play in my professional relationship. And it's not only relieving, but it's affirming to me as a system that we can authentically interact with the world as ourselves and not be disqualified from life. So I don't know, all of this is like a triumph. That's the way I see it anyway. I get to be me, we get to be we, and it's okay. It's not only okay, like, but it's just like, oh, all right, well, there you go, send us your manuscript. Oh yeah, okay, well, social media stuff, that's interesting, there you go. Hey, we like it, we want to. It's just, I don't know, it's mind-blowing, especially with the amount of stigma that there is still on the disorder. I do hope one day to write a D.I.D. novel. I've had several people ask. It's definitely on the list, but that said, there's a list, and I want to do it right. Man, do I want to do it right? So hopefully these earlier books will do well, and by the time I write my D.I.D. novel, I will have a good following, and maybe we can combat some stigma. So there's the dream. Also, and what author wouldn't like their book to be made into a movie? I can dream that one too, for kicks. Well, especially because if I do a D.I.D. novel, that one better be made into a movie, because I'll tell you what, the system is gonna be the hero in that one. Like, forget anything else, they're gonna be the one coming through in the end. So, oh, and thank you. So my lipstick is so pretty. Okay, so story time. We had all the system input and whatnot input on the look. I'm a writing group with which my writing group knows I'm a system, because we meet weekly, so they have to work with everybody, which I think they think Lilith's very fun. But she goes in there and she does the work in the writing group too. But so get dressed, and I'm not sure who, but someone was like, oh hey, you need to be wearing the red bra with this. And I was like, it is launch day. Not on launch day. Like, yes, it's fun and colorful and playful. And they were like, well, I mean, if you wear our hair down, no one will know. I was like, well, if no one will know, then why would I wear the red bra anyway? And then this sulking, why do we even have a red bra if we're not gonna wear it? And I was like, I will wear the red lipstick. The bra is the same, like, of red. And I do love it, but this was like the system compromise. We'll wear it, not launch day. Not when I'm out there like, hey, you should read also. Look how cute with my red. Not today. So, of course, my money is on that was Beth Ann. I thought that fusing with Elizabeth would kind of tone down that sort of side from Anthony. It did not. It did not. It just added more feeling and emotionality to that. So, oh, thank you, Alicia. Says it's a fair compromise, and it's you. And there was another comment, but I missed it because apparently they disappear. I'll have to see it after the fact. So yeah, even today, all the system working together for the book launch, and excited about it. Yeah, very excited for what the future holds. At the beginning, with the diagnosis, like, everything seems overwhelming. And like, you're like, what does this mean for me? What does it mean for my life and my future? And honestly, we are living our dream. Like, this is what we wanted from life. So it's pretty exciting. All right, well, I'm going to get off here, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Bye.